got myself another Android stereo system. It comes in the box, inside a box, and that's the store I got it from. I think it's another Hispo stereo HeadUnit. This one came from autonavi-store on eBay. I found the last one that I had pretty good. The only reason why I'm replacing it is because for whatever reason Google Play Store stopped working on it. I couldn't sign in. Nothing wrong with the HeadUnit itself, it's just I couldn't log into Google anymore. And because I like everything to function and work properly, I contacted the seller. I don't remember who it was, if it was that person there or another seller. The reason why I got rid of the old one, took it out, is because I contacted the person I bought it from. It was 2 weeks out of warranty, so they wouldn't honor warranty because it was only just 2 weeks out of warranty. I should have complained about it sooner, because it had been not logging into Google for about 6 months, and I finally got around to saying something about it, but I was 2 weeks too late. Anyway, they sent me an update for the stereo system. I ran it exactly. They sent me a video and everything how to do it. I did it exactly as they said. What I got was, it went white screen. After it did the update, it went white screen. Everything functioned. If I put a CD in it, whatever, everything functioned. I just had a white screen. So out it comes, and in comes this new one. So I'm gonna unpack this, put it out in front of me, and I'll give you a look. It is a made in China product. I'm not really too sure if those codes on the side there mean anything other than just for stock purposes. Okay, so this is it here. So that's just the face plate that I'll never use. Get the manual and two cables and so forth. I'll get this out. Okay, so it does look like a Hispo unit, exactly the same as what I had before in the looks. What I like about this one though, it has all the diagrams here of what every single pin here is. So if I wanted to do reverse camera or something like that, and I've lost the cables and I need to wire up to these pins here, I can work out which pins are for the reverse camera or whatever from this chart up the top here. So that's a good thing. I haven't seen that before. Normally it tells you how to wire it, but with the speakers and power, but not normally giving you all the instructions for all the pins as well. So that's a really good feature to have. So it comes with mounting brackets. You already seen the face there. Owner's manual, microphone, reverse camera, and all the connections you need to wire up for the speakers and so forth. So that's all your standard stuff that comes with it. So got to remove these screws here. There to secure the DVD player from moving around so it doesn't get damaged through transport. And I'll open up this manual and find out if it's in English or what have you. Okay, so it's all in English, which is a good thing. They don't always come in English, and it's actually bigger writing than normal, so you can actually read this. Sometimes they're that small. The book is probably about half the size, and it's so small, and you got to, well, I find I have to take photos of everything so I can put it on my screen and make the images bigger to read everything. I don't need this, but if you've never had one before, this might come in handy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is remove these screws, wire it up to my unit here and test it, because I want to find out straight away if it will connect to my Bluetooth amp speaker or not. This is something that I like to do. If I go camping, I'll pair with my speaker, and then I'll go and bring my speaker to where I'm sitting and play music straight from the car, instead of having to turn the car volume right up so I can hear the music. I can take the speaker with me. So we'll get this turned on and straight away to the Bluetooth settings and see if I can connect up. The wiring is different to what the connection of my old HeadUnit was, so I'm going to have to wire this one in. I just wanted to quickly go over some things with you before turning it on, because I won't be going over these after I finish making that bit of footage. So you've got your pink wire there, that's for your reverse. What that means is that goes to your handbrake. So when you put the handbrake down, it disengages the power, so that's a safety feature. So when your handbrake's on, you can't watch movies. sorry, backwards. When your handbrake's off, you can't watch movies. When your handbrake's on, this will engage and you can watch movies again. And then the key functions, they're for your CAN bus, so you can control the stereo from your steering wheel. And antenna is obviously for if you've got a power antenna, or if you have an antenna booster, you connect that up and that's going to fire up the booster or the power antenna. Okay, so there's a few different things. This stereo has 2 pink wires, so be careful there. The one that is reversed here, that's normally to the handbrake, but you've got this one here to the handbrake that's parking, which has got a cover on the end of it. You just slip that off and clean the wires there so you can wire it up to your handbrake. So yeah, it's got 2 pink wires in this one. Normally the head unit has a brown wire for parking brake, but the brown wire in this unit is for the CAN bus, so the color code's different to what I normally deal with, so just make sure you go through that. Another thing I found in the workshop manual, in the owner's manual, is that it has for all the pinouts where everything belongs as well, so not just on top of the head unit, but in the manual it tells you in detail what all those little pins are for. So again, if you ever lost the pins, which I have done in the past, you just unpin, you find a connection like this, if you need an RCA connection or something, unpin it, and then you push them into the pins yourself at the back, and that will get you out of trouble. I've done that before with a reverse camera, setting one up, and I couldn't find where to buy just these cables from, so I've had to just unpin one that I had for the RCA out, and she works fine. So yeah, I'm gonna have to wire this up, but there's the RCA connections there. If you're connecting up to an amp, I won't be using this. Has the microphone inlet. I've never had a problem with not using the microphone. The microphone that's in this, where is it? There. The microphone that's in these pick up perfectly fine when you're talking to somebody on the using the Bluetooth to answer the phone. The head unit itself works fine. I can talk to people, so I don't see why this would be any different to previous stereos I've used. The reverse camera comes with the wiring to go from the front to the back. My van already has the Wi-Fi transmitter and receiver for the reverse camera, so I won't be using that, and I won't be using that. I already have a reverse camera, so those are just, I'll keep them around as spares. Might use them on another car one day. Same with the microphone. I won't be using that, but it might come in handy for something else. So pretty much everything that's right there I won't be using. There's the GPS, USB connections that come with it. There's another one around that. I did have it in my hand. Anyway, there's another one that plugs in the front here to go to USB. So I'll get this wired up now so we can turn it on and have a look to see if my Bluetooth functions that I want work, and we'll go through the about and so forth and find out more information about it once it's turned on. Okay, so the screws are out. Must make sure that they're out first. There's that other USB I was talking about that plugs into the front there. I think they all come out with that standard. So now I'll turn this on. It's only connected to power. I've just jimmied the wires up there because obviously there's no reason to wire it up here, but I already have the harness in my car that's going to connect straight into that. I'm somebody who's a fan of harnesses. I'd hate when people cut plugs off and then you've got to work out what wire goes where. So we'll turn this on now, and we'll have a look at the unit and go straight to the Bluetooth and have a look what's happening there. Okay, so I'll just go home. I'll change that. I'm not a big fan of those type of settings. I prefer like that. Okay, so like any Android, swipe down to get to the settings, and I'm going to go to I want Bluetooth There's no Bluetooth. I told that seller I didn't want any problems. I wanted to make sure. I chatted with them. They were very quick to respond. They said guaranteed, yep, it's got Bluetooth. How am I going to connect to my amp, my speaker amp, if I can't? So that's networking internet, that's not Bluetooth, that's apps. What's the good? This isn't no good to me. This is up to shit. Anyway, there's the STM, the KC operating, the OS version operating system, hardware 4-core. All winner. Yeah, she's a HISPO. She's a HISPO. Oh well, I'm gonna have to contact the seller now and tell them that the unit does not have Bluetooth. Like, there's no point in going to Bluetooth this way, because this only connects up to a phone. If I go Bluetooth or phone, what's the good of that? Get settings here. No, that does nothing. Pin number, whatever. And auto answer. There's no option to scan for. Add device. I don't know. I add my phone. Just turn my amp on. Just turn my amp on. So, will it recognise it? Not happy. They said to me, guaranteed that it has the Bluetooth options. I'm probably going to send this back now. I want one that has Bluetooth options, and I asked them specifically to go into settings and Bluetooth, and they said yes there is, and no there isn't. Apps. Anyway, let's go through a few other things before I go contacting the seller and getting all cranky. Then we go home. It's just your standard Android. There you get your 3 options up there. So you can nav through. It's pretty self-explanatory, that, isn't it? Like, it's so simple. You can install your own apps. You can connect up to Google Chrome, install your own apps. I have OBD 1 scan tool. I have my amp. I'm not going to be happy if I can't connect to them. This doesn't serve my purpose. Anyway, that's it. Turned on. Go back into settings and see if there's something else that I could have showed you. No, that's pretty much it. I've pretty much covered everything. So this is what you're going to get when you buy that stereo system. It doesn't do Bluetooth. It only connects to your mobile phone through Bluetooth. That's it. It doesn't do Bluetooth devices, like if you got scan tools or you want to connect to speaker amps and so forth. It doesn't do that. Okay, alright, well, I'm going to call this quits now. I'm not happy. And yeah, hopefully it came in handy to somebody seeing this. Let's search for your stereo volume. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cheers, guys. See ya.